Hey, good morning. It's May 19th, Tuesday. The everyday thought for today is listening. Are you one who listens in a way that honors God and really encourages the person that is speaking to you? There are three really short, pithy remarks in Proverbs 18 which will help us be a good listener. Verse 2 says, "Fools find no pleasure in understanding." They don't take any pleasure in understanding the person is talking. They only listen so that they can start talking. So a fool takes no pleasure in understanding, but delights in airing his own opinions. It kind of hurts. The fool is the person who doesn't acknowledge God. You don't have to actually be a fool to act like a fool. And sadly, we act like fools way too often. And you see, then when I'm focusing on just airing my own opinions, I'm not really listening to hear what the person has to say. I'm listening so I can know how to manipulate them to get what I want, or so I don't have to deal with the difficult thing they're telling me about, especially if it's a rebuke. Or maybe I just need to understand my kids or my wife. I need to slow down for a minute, so I'm really listening. So connected to that is verse 13. The one who gives an answer before he listens, it is foolishness and a disgrace for him. It's a disgraceful thing to interrupt a person either in your mind or with your mouth and start forming your own response while they're still talking. That's disrespectful to God. It disobeys the Holy Spirit, who commands you to view others as more important than yourself. And it's extremely devastating to the person you're talking to, because you're showing them, I don't care about you. I just care about manipulating you. And then the end result of that is in verse 14, right after that, a person's spirit can endure sickness. We can get better from sickness. We often do. But who can survive a broken spirit? I can still remember instances as a child where I wanted to say something, but I got shut down. I can see those eyes in my own children when they wanted to say something important to them. I was too busy framing my own opinions and my own thoughts, sometimes in a really devastating way. It didn't really serve them. So these 3 points about listening, this is really important. Remember, a fool does not take pleasure in understanding someone, but pulling out of them what's really on their heart. Fool only takes pleasure in getting his own word out. A lot of times they're even too afraid to listen. And then when you start framing that answer in your mind while the person's still talking, God says that's disgraceful, foolish behavior, ungodly behavior. We can't write it off to the fact that someone is irritating, or my kids bug me for the 13th time today in the last 15 minutes. I need to hear what they have to say. And then the impact of that is that a person who is not heard repeatedly, who's not cared for, who's not understood, is a broken person. And that may cause all kinds of havoc. It's one of the things that Paul warns about in Ephesians 6. Fathers, don't provoke your children to anger. One of the ways that we provoke them to anger is we don't listen. We frame our opinions first. In this time when we're closer together, it reveals some things about us. One of the greatest gifts you can give your children, your wife, those around you, or your husband, is to listen the way the Holy Spirit wants you to listen. Delight in hearing what your person is telling you. Don't form your own opinion. Spend the time necessary so that they don't have a crushed spirit. They have a delighted spirit. Because when someone really takes the time to find out what you're thinking and really gets at the bottom of your heart, How does it make you feel? Yeah, makes you feel pretty good. That's a great word for the day. Be a listener who honors God, who doesn't air his own opinions, but is eager to listen so that you can love and serve that person better. You have a great day, and thanks so much for being here. See you tonight. Bye-bye.